Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today is Monday. It is about a little after 12:30, I think 12:40. Just about 12:37. This is the story continues. I hope you had a good weekend, a relaxing weekend, a restorative weekend. For the week, my weekend was okay. It was good. Got to relax. Did some personal readings. I'm continuing to do personal readings. So if you are waiting, they are coming. Okay. Requested personal readings. Let's see. I'm going to do channel messages. I channeled a few people. KAMALA, Joe Biden, Jack Smith, Elon Musk, and two special guests that I'll get to. Today's energy, I woke up, yesterday I woke up feeling pretty good. Today I woke up feeling okay. I noticed I was like irritable. And FYI, it might be too much info, but I have PMS. So when that's happening, I'm, sometimes I was thinking about everything and I was annoyed and I was angry thinking about all this stuff, that we're going through. But I'm okay. I'm okay now. I breathed. I was just finished channeling. It made me feel better. What else did I want to say? I always press record and completely forget what it is I want to say. Thank you again for your support. I have 7,000 subscribers. I really appreciate that. I just want to emphasize how grateful I am for you guys listening to me and supporting and interacting with each other. This community is very strong and very gentle with one another, and we're all going through it. But like I said, we just have to keep pushing forward, keep finding ways to cope through this. Focus on yourself and taking care of yourself. Keep those that you trust and love close to you. Get support where you need to. Remember, in the community tab, now it's called posts, but I'm going to continue to call it the community tab. The community tab, which is really, I don't know why they changed it. In the community tab, I posted some resources that you guys could, for mental health, that you guys could go take a look at if you didn't. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and I mentioned in the last video at the end, just make sure you are, if you really want to understand what's happening, make sure you call your local government, your local representatives, to get demand to know what's happening, okay? And even demand that they do something, So that's it. I think we could jump right into it. What do I want to start with? My visions from my scrying mirror, or I'll start with the scrying mirror info. Okay. Let me go to my notes. I really enjoy scrying. I don't do it a lot, but when I do it, I find that it is it's very relaxing to me. It's not as taxing as pulling cards for some reason, or using the rods. Using the rods really take the energy out of me. I don't know why. Or using the pendulum, because I could just chill, and let the image come. I don't got to do much, it feels like, except for meditate and focus. But anyway, I used my scrying on the 1st. I just was like, I felt compelled to. I woke up in the morning, and I think the night before, I was saying, I'm going to scry when I get up. So I put my mirror, wow, sorry. I put my mirror next to my pillows the night before. And when I woke up, and I lied there a little bit. I like to ease into my day. I don't just jump out of bed like ever. So I was like, let me do some scrying. So I had asked, I said, I kind of made the choice. I said, I'm not going to ask about DT's outcome anymore. My guides told me you don't have to do that, because I know the answer. We know the answer. Okay. And I feel something happens to me when I ask about him and look in the scrying mirror, that I don't particularly like. So I said, why haven't I asked about Kamala and her outcome? And so I did. It was so easy, and it was meaning, I don't know, it just feels, it's not hard to scry, but when I'm doing looking in the scrying mirror for Donald Trump, it is taxing in a way of mentally, for some reason, psychologically. Not in a terrible, terrible way, but it's different. Okay, so anyway, I asked about Kamala and her outcome. I said, can you please show me, I said, the question I asked was, what is the outcome for Kamala Harris? And I laid there for a while, just kind of staring, gently gazing, turning my gaze away and then turning my gaze back, gently, turning my gaze onto the mirror. And the first vision I received, I'm just reading from my notes, was a red rose. And that stayed for a moment. And every time I say what it is out loud, the picture becomes clearer. So I said, oh, that's a rose. And a rose was kind of like turning. I could see the stem, and it was red. And I said, oh, it's a red rose. That's nice. And then the second vision I received was white smoke. And I said, oh, okay. I know white smoke is like renewing, and it wasn't black smoke. It was white. It was a wispy white smoke rising. And I said, oh, that's I know it's like white smoke is good in the spiritual realm. It's renewing and purity and all that stuff. And so I said, oh, okay. And then I saw 𝐓𝐡. I said in my mind, I was like, that kind of reminds me of, for some reason I thought of airplanes. And then I saw an image of 𝐓𝐡 fly over when the white smoke was behind it. So I said, oh, okay. And then I saw, after that, the images started coming, they shifting into different sort of images. And I said, this is so easy. And I didn't feel stressed or anything, which is different from Donald Trump. I could say that. And so then suddenly I saw purple mountains. And I saw they were mountains, and there was purple in them and pink. And I said, are those purple mountains? And then I heard the song America the Beautiful. And then I saw white carnations. And I said, oh, wow. Then I saw the back of Kamala's head. And I just was sort of looking. I saw her standing on the stage, okay? And I saw other shadows around her. I didn't, the way people show up in the scrying mirror for me is not visible where I could see forms, but I know who they are, the person. And I couldn't specifically see her. I saw the back of her head, her hair. But the way it looks like, the way people look, is like the mirror. It's obsidian, but it's forms, if that makes sense. Okay, it's not like when you look in an actual mirror and you could see yourself and your skin tone, and I can't see that. All I see is people, but their skin tone is in the tone of the obsidian mirror. Okay, but I saw the back of her head, and she was on the stage, and I said out loud, she's being sworn in. Again, guys, I'm not making a prediction. Okay, this was what was shown to me. And there were people standing around her, and the whole time I kept hearing America the Beautiful. Okay, and the last 2 times I did scrying about Donald Trump, I teared up. I would just tear up. And this time I didn't tear up. And I just felt relief. I didn't feel fear when I did Donald Trump, but I teared every time. A tear would just start coming. But this time it didn't happen. And this time it didn't happen. And that's what I saw. Okay. And I knew I felt relief, and I kind of sat there for a moment. And you could look up what roses mean, and red carnations and white carnations mean. And that's what I saw. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to share that. I was going to actually jump on, and I felt so excited. And I was just like, no, you need to rest. They can wait 2 days. So that's what I saw on the 1st, February 1st, which I thought was very beautiful. And if you want to know what I saw in the scrying mirror for Donald Trump, I know a lot of you probably remember what I said, but the shroud and the fire and the lava as his outcome and all that stuff, destruction, and his outcome meaning his outcome, not what's going to happen to us, but what will happen to him. Okay. And it didn't feel good. So that's what I saw on the 1st. And so I saw yesterday, I keep seeing questions about what will happen to us. Like, will we be in a dystopian, or will we have to stock up on food and water and stuff like that? And I haven't seen that. Like, I've asked, I've been told no. I haven't seen that, I haven't felt that, that's what's going to happen to it. We're going to have to do that. No, I don't see that. I don't see us being in a dystopian. I mean, if you want to, sure. If you want to do that, I can't, but no, I haven't really seen that. And I asked them, why is the question no in the scrying mirror? And I was told no. That's no. They told me no because I asked verbally out. I asked my pendulum. It's always no. Okay. And I said, when I asked about if we would have to scrounge for food or stock up on food and water, my guide said no. This is when I was talking to them. Okay. They said people will struggle, but people will fight. That's what they said. Okay. And then when I picked up the mirror after I had the conversation with them, and I asked, why is the answer no? I sat there for a little bit, well, I laid there rather, and then suddenly I saw, they showed me a window. Okay. And then I was looking at this window, and suddenly someone opened the window, and then they showed me a tree, and the tree was, I'm looking at this tree, and I couldn't see the top of the tree for some reason, but I knew what it looked like. I could see the top of it in my head. And the bottom of the tree, it had all these roots. Okay. It had all these roots coming out, like mini roots in the ground, just all spreading everywhere. And they were twisted, spreading everywhere. I've never seen something like that before. And the trunk of the tree was so thick and strong. Okay. And I didn't see the top of the tree, but I could tell that it didn't have many leaves on it. And it was almost bare, but it was fine that it was that way. Okay. But I could see the way it looked. It had few leaves on it, on the top. In my head, I saw it. But what they decided to show me to focus on was the bottom of the tree and all these roots. And I'm looking at this tree and I'm like, this tree is not from this world. I knew it was not it was not from Earth or something like that. Okay. And it wasn't from this realm or something. Okay. And, I'm looking at this tree. I'm like, it's not from this world. This tree is not from here. It's not, because I was trying to see like, what kind of tree is that? And I couldn't, it was not like anything I'd seen. So I knew it was like from a higher realm or the tree of life, perhaps. When I looked at what the tree of life looked like, it looks different to different cultures. It's interpreted differently. But what I saw was kind of what I saw in the mirror, the tree of life. Okay. And I looked up like roots and, it being on a higher realm and spiritual growth, access to knowledge and wisdom that transcends the physical world, and I heard a mass spiritual awakening, and that's what this tree sort of represented. Okay. Divine guidance, universal knowledge. You could look up what the tree of life means. I did. And all the things I said, it's, interconnectedness. We're all connected, realizing that. That's sort of what my guides were conveying to me in the mirror, that we're going to realize that, how interconnected we are. Life cycles and how we are different from each other, but we're all sort of one. That is going to be a spiritual awakening for a lot of people. Okay. Then suddenly that image went away. And then I'm looking at the top of the mirror. The mirror's round. Okay. So I'm looking at the top of the mirror and I see an entity, but this huge entity, in the sky. And I knew they were looking down. They were looking down at us, and I said, oh, what is that? And it was huge, guys. It was like, it wasn't scary. It just was like a huge thing up in the sky, looking down, like watching us looking down. And so then I was shown, at that faded, that image, and then I was shown really quickly, like briefly, a man wearing a suit. And I could tell this man was important. I didn't see, like, again, they come up and their face shows, like, their form shows like obsidian. But I could see a suit. And I could tell he was important, but he briefly showed himself and then it was gone. And then I saw shadows of people sort of marching towards something. And then I saw the steps of what I believe was a courthouse. I said it out loud and it went clear. And then I was like, I think I saw Congress, but I'm not sure if it was Congress. And then I asked to see the man again. I said, can you show me the man in the suit again? And then all of a sudden he appeared on the side of the mirror, like this huge giant. And he's pointing his finger down, saying something, stopping something, saying no. And that's what I wrote. I could feel his power. He was a giant. And I could feel his power, I said. He was pointing down and stopping something and saying no. Okay, and I didn't tear up there either. I didn't tear up at all. And that's what I saw. That's what I saw in the mirror. And if you guys, I was saying a lot of things just now. And this is in relation to the question, would we have to stock up on food, or would this be dystopian? The answer was no. And those are the visions. Those are the reasons why someone, you know, important is going to step in, it feels like. I'm not saying they're, you know, oh, let's wait around for someone to save us. We do have to save ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves as well. You know what I mean, what I said, but that's what this person felt very important, and they weren't, the people that I saw marching didn't seem, I don't know why they showed me that, because I don't want to say it wasn't important, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't have shown me. He wasn't saying no to them. It wasn't saying no to them. He was saying no to something and someone else. And he was huge. He turned into this giant, like the size of Godzilla in the mirror. The mirror is, it's not a huge mirror, but I kept looking up at it. And it felt relieving, the energy. Okay. All right. So there's that. Let's get into, what time is it? Okay. Let's get into the channel messages. Okay. I asked my guides, I have messages from my guides. I asked them, do they have anything they want me to share with you guys? And I asked, how long is this going to last? Okay. They were very gentle with me. They did not say, stop asking about time. They just said, it's not long now. We are, and they speak in the we, and the bells are tolling. They said, it's not long now. We are at a point of change. Big things are happening. I heard two things happening. It was like more than one person, more than one guide speaking. One said happening and the other said changing. So I both put them in quotes. Big things are happening. Big things are changing. It is important to be ready for them. You do, I said, well, what do we do in the meantime? I said, you do what you've always been doing. You pray. You know how to stay safe. Look to this. Then I heard another entity say, look, I call them entities. I don't know why. My guides. Okay. Because I feel like, like I said, a lot of them are not from planet Earth. Then I heard a different guy say, look to the sky. And I said, why? Why do you keep telling us to do that? They said, there's something up there. There's something important up there that has the answer. They said. And I said, okay, I will tell them that. All right. Who am I doing first? Let's do Kamala. I didn't ask a lot of questions. I kind of let it just flow. I wrote down what I heard. I asked one or two questions. Okay. First thing I heard again was here we are. And I heard her yelling it out. Here we are, Second thing I heard was we will have to go. Now I didn't ask her anything. These are things I heard. We will have to go in with the truth. Now I heard these two things before. Okay. Oh yeah, I asked about the Dominican Republic. And I said, why did you say the Dominican Republic? And all she said was, there's something there. And then I Googled, I said, all right, let me just pause real quick and Google to see. And my guy told me to Google Dominican Republic and Elon Musk. Okay. And, what is it? My dog. And an article came up about the president of the Dominican Republic inviting him to visit for potential investments. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. But back in, where does it say? Back in March of 2024. Whether he went there remains to be seen. I didn't see any articles about it, but I did ask my pendulum. It said yes. So I don't know. I know that the Dominican Republic is similar to the U.S. in how they view immigration. And I think it's, oh man, I'm not even going to get into that whole thing. With Haitian immigrants going into DR and you share the island. You know, I'm not getting into that. That's a whole other thing. But much similar. Much similar in the situation. Okay? And I don't think this is how it's related, but I also saw something about SpaceX's rocket exploding over the Caribbean. And flights were forced to, you know, dozens of planes were forced to divert because of that, which I found interesting as well. You know, this man, I'll get into it. I'll get into that later. But anyway, Kamala Harris, that's what she said to me. Okay, that there's something there. But she wouldn't say what. And I said, can you tell me what your plans are? She said, not yet. I heard in her voice say that, not yet. And I said, do you believe you will be president? And she was quiet for a long time. I heard a couple of things, but she was mostly quiet. And then she said, I will challenge him. And she was smiling. And I knew I couldn't ask her, what do you mean by that? She wouldn't have told me. But she said, I will challenge him. Not making predictions, just sharing what I'm being told. Okay? My guys told me to do President Obama. I felt drawn. Happy Black History Month also, guys. Okay? That's what I wanted to say. Happy Black History Month. It's February. I asked him, what does he think of President Obama? I asked him, what does he think about what the Trump administration is doing? He said, he was quiet for a moment. He felt somber, actually. Kamala didn't feel somber. She felt busy. Still in her same energy. He feels somber, President Obama. He said, it's a real shame. Something needs to be done. And I said, do you know if anything is being done? Hold on, wait. Let me... I said, do you know what's being done? He said, I'm not quite sure. He said, I'm not quite sure. Oh, yeah. He said, I'm not quite sure what, but yes. I said, do you know if something is being done? That's what I asked him. And he said, I'm not quite sure what, but yes. I said, do you believe that Donald Trump cheated? He said he absolutely did. I felt like he wasn't in the mood to talk to me. He felt deeply contemplative. Oh yeah, no, I just lied. This question, when he said I'm not quite sure, I said, do you think he will continue to be president? And he said, I'm not quite sure. No, that's not what I asked. I'm not quite sure what, but yes. No, I was right originally about the plans. He's not quite sure what, but yes. Did I ask if he cheated? He said he absolutely did. I said, then why isn't anyone... I asked two things off the back of each other. I said, well, why does it seem like no one is saying anything? And then I switched the question and I said, why does it seem like no one's doing anything? And then he just said, there are things being done. And I felt like he just sort of shut me out. He didn't want to talk to me. Seemed kind of angry. Not at me, but he was angry. He was angry. Joe Biden. I should leave him for last. Jack Smith. Oh, Jack Smith. Jack Smith has a lot on his mind. Okay, and his Trump was on his mind. And when I decided to channel Jack Smith, I said, I'm not going to ask him anything really. I'm just going to sit there with his energy and see what I hear. Okay, not to snoop, I wouldn't do that, but I don't know, I didn't want to bother him with questions. Okay, so I sat there and then I heard what I heard was interesting, and what happened was interesting, but I sat there and I heard this process will have to be done delicately. And then I sat there for a bit. Then I heard his voice say, Trump is a nihilist. And I said, oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. He said that. If you don't know what nihilism is, I'm sure a lot of you don't know what it is, but it's it's a philosophical viewpoint. It sort of rejects the mental aspects of human existence. Okay, like morality, the meaning of life. It's almost just like, oh, nothing matters. I don't like nihilism. If you haven't, I don't like it. It's like nothing matters. That's the overall. It's like extreme pessimism. Okay, and he said that, and I said, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Trump is a nihilist, he said. Thanks for the info. Then I heard Trump will not get away with this. And then he was saying something. I heard the process, and then his voice trailed off, and he was speaking so quietly. He was whispering. I heard the process, and I'm like straining, and not too much, because I'm like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I was like, I couldn't hear nothing. And then I moved on from the whispering, and then I heard, we will invoke it, I heard. Okay? Elon Musk. He is like a he's a villain. He's Lex Luthor. That's who he reminds me of. He's crazy. Allegedly. Everything I say here is alleged, guys. I mean, I really don't have to say the disclaimer because it's in the description of every video I've ever posted. Okay, informational and entertainment purposes, it's there already. So you guys don't have to tell me to say it. I appreciate you looking out for me, though. Okay. I asked him, why did you cheat? And this is what he said to me, because it was the right thing to do. Because it was the right thing to do. Oh, man. I can't see. Then I heard, I have the ultimate power. And then I heard, I asked him, I said, why do you think all these planes are crashing? What is going on? I said, can you tell me about that? He said, it's a shame, really, but no, I cannot. And he said it in a way of like, it wasn't like, I'm suspicious of why he said it that way. But also, he said it to convey, I really don't know why. But I don't know if he's being honest, okay? Allegedly. And then I wrote at the bottom, he enjoys the chaos. He said something about he said something about when I was looking at this investigation I opened into, this was 2 weeks ago, into an explosive starship test. He tweeted, this is in the article, I'm not on Twitter really. 2 weeks ago, this is his personality. This is what I felt. This is how I view him. Success is uncertain, but entertainment is guaranteed. That's how he views us. This is how he viewed his thing exploding and causing all of that inconveniences. Okay? And this is how he views what he's doing to the government. It's entertaining. It's chaotic. And he loves it. Okay? Allegedly. Anyway. I said, how do you feel about more investigations? People calling for more investigations and more investigations coming out for you. He said it still doesn't matter. He believes that. And then I heard they think they have me, but they don't. He's going to be arrested. That's a prediction. Okay? That I will say is a prediction, because the feeling has not changed. The image the vision that I'm shown, I asked this morning in different ways and numerous times. He will be arrested soon, and I would say the walls are closing in on him. He is causing problems for a lot of people. Oh yeah, and I asked my guides actually about the plane crash. And they said, all will be revealed in time. That's what they said. They didn't ask me. They didn't ask me. They didn't tell me why it was happening. They just said, all will be revealed in time. Yeah. Okay. Do I think he has anything to do with it? You know, I don't know. It feels connected. It feels, allegedly it feels connected. But yeah, he's gonna be arrested. I asked about Donald Trump. It says no. He won't be arrested. He will have a consequence in a different way. But I don't see him being in handcuffs. I see the other one though. He will be. Okay, guys. Joe Biden is upset. He's so angry. I connected to him, and he immediately said my name, like he was waiting for me to talk to him or something. I don't know. He said, the message is clear, Kimberly. This will not last long. He was just taught. I didn't really have to ask him much. He just was going. He said, I am still here watching and waiting. Then I heard previous times this have happened. I heard him say that. What does this say? Oh yeah, I said, did what you leave behind happen? He said, I asked, did what you leave behind happen? He said, it's already in motion. He said it's already, with a very serious, somber tone. It's already in motion. Yikes. I said, can you tell me what? I heard very faintly no. Then I suddenly heard NSI and NSA. NSI and NSA. I said, I know what NSA is, but what the heck is NSI? Then I looked it up. The Nationwide Suspicious Activity Reporting Initiative is a collaboration between law enforcement and Homeland Security agencies. You guys can look that up. The NSI's goal is to prevent terrorism and other criminal activity by sharing information about suspicious activity. Okay. And National Security Agency is a combat support agency in the Department of Defense. The NSA collects, analyzes, and disseminates foreign signals intelligence. SCRYING. The NSA uses SCRYING to help the military and policymakers make decisions to defend the country. Okay. He didn't go into details, but he said this. NSA. Okay, when I asked him, can you tell me what? He said no, but then I heard NSA. Okay, guys? So that was very, very interesting. That was interesting. That was Joe Biden. Okay? His channel message. Oh, I forgot our special guests. Okay, so I channeled 2 people. I typically don't channel people who have passed on because I was questioning if I could do that, but then my guys were like, Kimberly, you do it all the time. He said, especially when you dream, you do it. And I said, oh yeah, that's accurate. That's correct. I do often talk to people who have passed in my dreams, more times than not. But anyway, I channeled 2 people, MLK Jr. and Malcolm X. My guides told me to, and I will tell you the message that they have specifically for us. So I did MLK first, and he, his energy is distant. He kind of felt like he's sitting on a very, very high plane, first of all. I mean, he's like the upper echelon because I could feel it because he was doling out wisdom, but in a way that was not that it wasn't comforting. It was reassuring, but it was more of a, I need to impart this onto you because the words are truth. And he's far removed from the physical. I mean, he's passed on. He's like somewhere. He's far removed beyond the physical world. So I didn't feel, I felt care, but I didn't feel a lot of emotion because he is like on high. Okay. He is in the ultimate space of enlightenment. He is like, I don't even know. Anyway, I asked him what he thought of what we are going through. He said, we have been through worse times. He said, we have been through worse times. I said, what do we need to do? I like that he spoke in the we. And he said, we must band together to protect our freedom. That's all he said. We have been through worse times. And it was so much like, I know what I'm talking about here. Just listen to these words. We must band together to protect our freedom. That's what he said. And listen to those words, guys. All right. I channeled Malcolm X, and something started to happen. Anyway, I channeled him. Malcolm X is so, he's on the same plane as well as Martin Luther King, but his energy is different, wherein I don't know if that's the personality, but he genuinely cares. And I'm not saying MLK Jr. doesn't care, but I feel like MLK Jr. is like in a different, they're in the same plane, but is a distance with MLK. It felt like it's a distance. The care is still there, but it's a different kind of, there's a wall there of like, I'm sitting from on high and I'm giving you this wisdom, okay? And with Malcolm X, there's no wall there. Both men have integrity. And Malcolm X is interesting because he has had many spiritual awakenings. He has had two. I'm looking at this is what he's had two. One when he was incarcerated and he converted to Islam, and one towards the end of his life, where he's begun to separate from them. Not the religion, because of his integrity. He believes, and he knows. And his care was so, when I channeled to him and he said, I heard my sister, and I started crying. I'm not really a crier. It takes a lot for me to cry. I do cry though. I am emotional. In the sense, I'm stoic, I could keep it together. But when you touch a certain part of me, and I'm mushy inside. And when I heard my sister, I'm about to cry again. And yes, I do have PMS, but that is not why I was crying. If his energy felt warm, it felt strong, it felt protective. And when he said, my sister, that's all he said. I started bawling. And I was crying because in those two words, my sister. In those two words, he said everything. Like, I'm here to listen, I'm here to protect you, I'm here to comfort you. It was crazy. That was crazy. And great. But anyway, he said my sister. And then I asked him, what he thinks of what we're going through. And then I heard him say the hills of Africa. I don't know what that means, but that's what I heard, so I wrote it down. And then he said, and they spoke in the we. He spoke in the we too. And then he spoke in the you. He said, we will overcome this. And he said, I said, what do we do? He said, you march and you fight. He said, you have to make them hear your voice. He said, you have to make them hear your voice. And I said, will we be okay? And he just said, you'll be just fine. With such surety. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King had different viewpoints on how to get to the same part. They sort of had different ideologies, but not really. The way they approached things were differently to a point, but not really. Okay? Malcolm X held, and not to say that Martin Luther King Jr. did not hold people accountable, he absolutely did. Malcolm X held people, everyone accountable, even his own people. He believed in freedom. He believed in goodness. For everyone, especially towards the end of his life, he was compassionate. When he visited Jerusalem, and he visited the things that he saw, his diary, if you didn't, you have to read it. It's so, the things that he saw, and when he visited Palestine, and the things that he saw, and the way he writes about it, and man, he was, anyway. And that ain't I'm not saying he was a better man than Malcolm X. They're both great men. But when I did the channeling, I felt his energy. Martin Luther King Jr. cares, but he's like so high up. He's high up, and that isn't to say Malcolm X isn't. Malcolm X, he's high up, but the wall isn't there. It felt like he wrapped his arms around me. Oof! It was a ooh. Anyway, that was great. That was a good feeling. Okay, 51 minutes. I'm going to pull for, who should I pull for first? I'm going to do Jack Smith. And the question I want to ask Jack Smith is, why is Donald Trump on his mind so heavily? What's going on there? And we'll see what the cards say. I didn't expect that when I channeled those two men. Okay, you're right over there? What's going on? You okay? You need some water? You should drink some. Okay. Jack Smith. I know you guys keep asking me to pull about these plane crashes. I'm not quite ready to do that. Okay? Because I don't feel it's time. It's just too early. I don't have any theories on it, you know. It's definitely strange what's happening. But Jack Smith. Why is his mind on Donald Trump so much? Knight of Cups always comes up. Always comes up. The Knight of Cups always comes up. Always comes up with Donald Trump. Why is Jack Smith's mind on Donald Trump so heavily? knows who he is. That's for darn sure. Nine of Cups. Guys, something is, Six of Pentacles. Magician. King of Swords. Ten of Wands. Yeah, something burdensome right here. Too many options. The Emperor. Three of Cups. What did I label this as? The people that Biden can't stand. Two of Swords. Something. The Emperor and the Empress. The Emperor and the Empress. Nine of Wands. Queen of Cups. Ace of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Knight of Pentacles, that slow-moving, methodical energy. Mark Ruta's there. Page of Cups, the Moon. The Devil's here. The Three of Swords. He wants him. He wants him. And I don't mean in that way. He wants to get him so bad. These are his cards too. Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth. Knight of Pentacles, that slow-moving, methodical. He is anything. Jack Smith is patient. Okay, he is patient. Page of Cups, Mark Ruta, NATO. The Moon, things hidden, needing to come into the light. Ten of Cups, balance and harmony. Page of Wands, arriving with good news, throwing that wands up in the air. Hidden the Devil, we know who that is. Three of Swords, stabbing the devil in the heart. Four of Wands, perfect harmony and balance, getting back in the government with the Hierophant here. Okay. There are multiple things happening, it feels like. Multiple things happening. Multiple things. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, so many cups, all the cups. Six of Pentacles, the Magician, Two of Swords, the Empress, Death, King of Swords, Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Emperor, Three of Cups. And those are other cards that I showed you guys too. Okay. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups always comes up in Donald Trump. Whether it's in someone's... When I asked the question, this is Jack Smith reading, guys. Why is Donald Smith? Who's Donald Smith? Why is Donald Trump's energy? Why is he heavily on his mind? Okay, this week, it feels like, in particular. Knight of Cups. Okay. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Like, it's next to the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Cups often comes out lately for Donald Trump. Even if I mention him or if I pull for him, it nearly always comes out, the Knight of Cups. And sometimes the Knight of Cups could be, again, I read intuitively, guys. And the Seven of Swords is next to it. So it's like, the Knight of Cups could be like emotional manipulation, you know, ignoring red flags. It almost feels like he's saying, it feels like, you know, when he said Donald Trump is a nihilist. I find that interesting that he, I guess through his investigation, you know, of him and interviewing, I'm assuming he interviewed so many people about Donald Trump and his actions, that's the conclusion he came to. And I could see that. I could see that because Donald Trump doesn't care about anything. And he may even be, he called him a nihilist. He may even be one without even realizing it, you know, because he's not very smart. But this two cards here, the Seven of Swords is about deceit, you know. It's about thievery and deception and being a liar, a cheater, a thief, a stealer, you know. The Knight of Cups here, that could be how he's viewing him in a sense. And he's the King of Swords on top with that, I said before, that clinical shrewdness with the Seven of Swords too, also doing things strategically. And he views him, the Knight of Cups here, someone who's unrealistic, someone who is superficial, someone who, again, guys, I'm looking at all facets of the Knight of Cups. Someone who could be charming and charm people, but is superficial and not real. Ignoring red flags, okay, with the Knight of Cups. And that, I think that's why I heard he's a nihilist, you know. But the King of Swords on top, he's looking at all of this. He's looking at everything, it feels like. Every aspect of who Donald Trump is. Interesting. With the King of Swords and analyzing this. Okay. Whew. Looking at the truth. Looking at this with the King of Swords here on top of these two cards. Looking at his behavior and who he is. In the shrewd, clinical, scrutinizing manner. Okay, that's what I felt in his energy. He when I wasn't asking him anything. I didn't ask about Donald Trump, but Donald Trump came up. And I kept seeing him and feeling him in his energy. Okay. Seven of Cups and the Seven of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands on top, the Nine of Wands, and the two of Swords touching the Nine of Cups. But I don't think that's not accurate. The Seven of Cups is about choices, okay, and that comes up for Donald too. It's about being discerning. It's about being realistic. Okay, sometimes it could be about having too many options, where you have a lot of options. I'm looking at this, I feel like I'm saying in my mind with Jack Smith, like, we could go this route, we could go that route, we could go this route, or this, you know, and he's trying to choose which direction to go into. And it's a lot of directions, and he wants to choose the right one, because Seven of Cups says, make sure that you choose wisely. Okay, and it's burdensome here with the Ten of Wands. It's overwhelming, it's stressful. Or he could be analyzing all of these things that he found, again, maybe even found more things. And it's just like, holy hell, with the Seven of, excuse my language, with the Seven of Cups here. I feel confusion here. The Ten of Wands is on top. And then we have the Two of Swords. Okay, so Two of Swords could be Two of Swords. It could be, okay, it's on top of the Seven of Cups. So it could be, yeah, like I said, confusion, you know, having a hard time making a choice for whatever reason. I need this before I can do this. I need that before I win. In reality, sometimes it could be in denial. Sometimes you could be telling yourself with the Two of Swords, I need to see the whole picture before I can move forward. So that's where he could be, Jack Smith, with whatever he's looking at about Donald Trump. And the Ten of Wands is on top and it's burdensome to him. I feel stress in his energy. Yeah, but I think that's par for the course with the kind of work he does. He's a lawyer, so stress is imminent at any any given second. Okay, Nine of Cups I have viewed as allies. Okay, I've been viewing Nine of Cups as NATO. Okay, but also Nine of Cups is, and you have 9 full cups here. It's a card of contentment and success. Okay, it's a card of sitting back and feeling satisfied with the hard work. He's put in a lot of hard work. And that's why also the Nine of Wands is up here. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, he is licking his wounds, but he's coming out at the other side. He keeps persisting. That's why I'm like, he really wants him. He's persisting, and he's, like I said, he is. These cards came out for him the last time, some of them. He's persisting. He's going and pushing. He's, you know, go look at the last reading I did for him in The Story Continues. It's sort of the same energy here. Nine of Wands, you know, you keep pushing despite the burden and overwhelm, it says. And the Ten of Wands is here, and the burdens, but, you know, you're right there. You got to keep going. Nine of Cups, like I said. And the Empress and the Emperor is here. Like, this showed up for Kamala too. Six of Pentacles, like I said, in his last channel message, he told me he's not returned. He hasn't returned in the same capacity. He's assisting. Okay, so that's the Six of Pentacles energy here. Assisting, giving and receiving. The Empress is new rebirth. Okay, new plans. I'm hearing something, that's why I'm like quiet. Okay, I have like 30 minutes. New plans. I'm hearing like doing something. He's doing something creative. I just heard. I don't know why I just heard Kamala. Her face flashed in my mind, but her name flashed after. In my head, I heard her name. This is Joe Biden flashed in my face. Kamala flashed in my face. All when I touch these cards. I'm just reading energy, guys. Okay, but there's an authority here that he's assisting. And NATO is involved somehow. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let me just ask my pendulum if I'm being accurate right here. Is this Kamala's energy here? Okay, it's saying yes. Okay. Is this Joe Biden's energy here? just get this to stop. I do this sometimes, guys. This is Joe Biden's energy here. It's saying yes. It's saying yes. Okay. You know what I do sometimes? I'll play back my videos and I'll hold my pendulum up to the video of what I'm saying. And it'll be swinging, yes, wildly. Anyway, not to be, you know, not to pat myself on the shoulder. Anyway, but yes, I mean, this is what it's saying, okay? This is their energy for some reason. And not just, oh, she's the woman, so she's the emperor. No, like both of them combined. And both these cards. It's authority. And their names and faces flash when I touch the cards, okay? And he's assisting. Listen, I'm just a regular citizen. But that's what it says. We know who this is. How I've labeled this. The magician is here. That energy came out before. It's a transformative. Something he's doing that is going to transform things. That is going to cause a death of something. A release of some sort. Of something that no longer serves, I don't know, the greater good. That is harmful. Okay. And the 3, you know, I've labeled this as the 3 people, Biden, and this came up next to the emperor and the magician. You know, we have everything we need, okay, to do what we need to do. The magician is, you don't see what they're doing until they show you the trick. And you're like, oh, they're powerful. And this is all here. All this power here. And don't forget these cards that came out. The Hierophants, building the foundation. The 3 of Swords, stabbing the devil in the back. Okay. Page of Wands with news. 10 of Cups, harmony. The Dark Deeds with the moon here. Mark Rutas here. I just put him down. I didn't channel him. I wanted to leave him alone. But it's a slow-moving, methodical energy. Okay? And it's a lot of things being done secretly. But that is why Donald Trump is in his thoughts and his mind. Heavy. I felt it. It's so heavy. This, you know, today. Okay. Who should I pull for, guys? Kamala or the collective for the week ahead? I'll do the, you know what? I'm going to do Kamala. And I'll do the collective on the next video I upload. And I'll do it in the let's chat video. Okay? Kamala. You know, Kamala, can you show me why Jack Smith, why you're in his energy? Show me that if you can. How are you doing energetically? Interesting. These came out. 5 of Swords and the Star. How you're feeling. Let's first do how you're feeling energetically. And then Jack's answer my, if you can, if I could be shown that, guides. What's going on there? Interesting. Mine's on a double too. And look what came up again. Queen of Wands. This is Jack Smith stuff, y'all. Why are you showing up in his energy? I asked. Nine of Wands. Queen of Cups. Same. Six of Swords. Tell me to put it here. Her and her secrets. The High Priestess. What do you know? What does she know? Her and her secrets. Six of Cups. Her mom. Her mom. Nine of Cups. The allies. NATO. Card of Gratitude. Enjoying the fruits of your labor. The hard work that you put in. It's telling me to put it here. You guys, Four of Wands. No, it said here. And the Chariot. And the Chariot. Tell me to put it right here. Five of Swords, the Star, Nine of Cups, the Emperor, the Devil, Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands, Six of Cups, Six of Swords. Oh boy. Nine of Cups, the Chariot, if I didn't say that. It's the same sort of, it's a lot. Five of Swords, winning at all cost. Okay. Winning at all cost is pretty much the energy. Winning at all cost. And Four of Wands is on top of it. You know, Four of Wands is a card of balance. Four of Wands is a card of building a solid foundation. So that's what I feel like she is in this energy of, in order to move forward, in order to, you know, remember her channeled messages. She's doing something that's going to challenge Donald Trump. Okay, that's what it feels like. These are all challenge cards. Okay, and hoping for something. You know, almost like you have faith that it will. Don't come over here. Over there. I'm almost done. She has faith that it will go through. You have in the Five of, I keep looking at this card for some reason, and it's making me look over here at the Chariot. But she's, you know, it feels like she's, like I was saying, building this solid foundation. Of Five of Swords is like, yeah, win at all costs, but she's doing it in a way that is smart, it feels like, at the same time. Queen of Cups is there, you know, emotional stability. Those are her. She has the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands here. Always, it feels like. That balance between her bravery and her willingness to surge forward without fear, while holding a compassion, okay, while holding an understanding. Like, she knows how to schmooze, she knows how to deal with people, even someone like Donald Trump, okay. And so whatever she is, I keep hearing plans. The bells are there. It is something important. It is something serious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, there's 5 major cards here. Major cards always come out for her, and it rarely ever comes out for Donald Trump, which speaks to his importance, okay? And the Emperor is here, and the 9 of Cups is on top of it, the card of allies, card of support. 9 filled cups, okay? You are ready to go. You are prepared. You have a good fortune on your side. You have people behind you, support, okay? The High Priestess, again, speaks to her knowing and her secrets. She knows a lot, and she's no Eight of Swords came up this time. And it's different, the energy at the same time. She stays in the same energy, but it's also different now. Okay, there's a feeling of more freedom here. She's holding her cards close to her chest. I haven't been looking in the news. I don't know if she's been talking about her plans, but she's not. And people are wondering what she's up to. She's been quiet for the most part. The Chariot, a card of battle, card of war, okay. Chariot is you're surging forward no matter what towards your goals. The Devil is here. We know what the Devil, and the Chariot is on top of it. It told me to put that there. 3 of Swords, okay. The thing she lost. And the Devil is next to it. The betrayal, the disappointment that but she's not letting it get her down with the Queen of Wands. See, like I said before, with the Emperor and the Empress was there surrounding this card. And now the Queen of Swords is on top of it. Sorry. That made me laugh. Listen, you have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. But these 2 cards are surrounding this betrayal. Betrayal by 3 people. The 3 of Swords here. And the Devil next to it. Ooh wee. This is her mom, the 6 of Wands. I mean, not the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Cups. Okay? Like, she looks back on the wisdom her mom passed down to her. This knowing that her mom has also, and telling her what, with the Emperor here beneath it. Listen, the High Priestess is on top of the Emperor with the secrets. Okay? I can't make this stuff up. Remember that vision I had in the mirror, guys. And a lot of you are like, well, if that happens, then J.D. Vance becomes president. And I'm like, well, if he cheated, then what would that... I can't get lost in the details, is what my guys tell me. I have to be broad and expand. And like I've been saying, this is something... I don't know how this would happen, because I'm not being told. I'm being shown. I'm being told little things here and there, that will come to with Donald Trump and his health, and Elon Musk is going to be arrested. I'm standing in that. And the total destruction of the administration is what I'm being shown. Okay, anyway. The 6 of Swords is on top of this, at the pinnacle of it. And, you know, the Six of Swords is transition into a new elevation, a new point in your life, from chaos to calmer waters, bringing news, good news, you know, mental freedom and liberation, healing. It's a very healing card. Nine of Wands. You keep persevering despite the hardships. You keep pushing because you're right at the end there with the Chariot. Okay. You know, so to answer the question, energetically, her mind is on something serious. She's continuing to build on something, and she has help. Jack Smith, I have to find a card for him. I feel like he's the King of Swords, honestly, his energy. He's in her energy, and she didn't specifically tell me why, which is interesting. But they got similar cards. Okay, so there's help somewhere there from him, and vice versa, perhaps. But it's all secretive. It's all a secret. So that's Kamala, guys. Okay. I'm going to pull for us and see how we are going to let's see our energy for the week, or the week ahead. So I have some time left. Oh, we'll be self-reflecting a lot. The Hermit, the Fool. New beginning. Four of Cups. A lot of introspection. A lot of introspection. You know, thinking about a new beginning, looking towards a new beginning. How will the collective be in the next week? This upcoming week. This week. So fascinating how, I think it's so fascinating when I do this, when you touch on different energy, how different cards just come out. It's just really interesting to me. Interesting. Oh. Seven of Swords. Moving out of a toxic situation. Collective. Eight of Swords. Moving out a feeling of being trapped. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. You know what I just heard? King of Cups. Four of Pentacles is you're not taking anything from us. You're holding on to something tightly. Okay. And Knight of Cups. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Where am I putting the Knight of Cups? right here for some reason. Right here. We know who this energy is. Three of Pentacles. So I'm going to put it here. Two more. Nine of Pentacles. We'll be thinking about our long-term stability. And the Ten of Pentacles. Not bad energy. Something will shift this week for the collective. There'll be a look in the Ace of Cups is here. The Queen of Cups. We'll be going back into some sort of emotional stability. Thinking about how we could take care of ourselves. Okay. You know, a hermit is a retreat too. You know, it's a fork in the road of, do I go left? Do I go right? You know, it's thinking about your life purpose. It's preparing for an elevation of some sort. Okay, you have the Fool here, new beginnings. 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles. So you're thinking about the long-term growth and stability, you know, harmony, connection. There's a connectedness that will be, this is here. Queen and King of Cups. This feeling of being trapped is walking out of that. Because the Queen of Cups is here. Okay, and it really encourages you to find a balance between emotional stability and sort of tempering, not tempering as temperance, but moving into this emotional stability to deal with this, I feel trapped, or this mental restriction here. This card, the Eight of Swords, is saying, you know, it encourages you to realize that these are self-imposed limitations that you don't need. Which is why, you know, the Knight of Cups, I'm just going to label this as Donald Trump. Okay, because this is him. You know, the Knight of Cups has positive aspects, but I'm looking at this in a different way that this came up, you know. That's what it's telling me. Let me just... Okay. Sorry guys, I'm wrapping this up quick because I have to go. But there's something with the Four of Pentacles here that you guys are... We will be like in a space of, you're not taking this from us. Okay. Holding on tightly. King of Cups is on top of this energy here as well. The same thing with the Queen of Cups, you know, really moving into this space of emotional stability. So I feel like in the beginning of this week we'll be here. Okay. With the Hermit and the Ace of Cups. Really filling our own cup, thinking about how we could take care of ourselves. Okay. There's a lot of cups here, a lot of water energy, it feels like in this, and a lot of pentacles. It's about financial, money, and emotions. How we could really move into this space of thinking of new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, having faith, taking risks. Okay. Four of Cups is, yes, it could be a card of apathy, but is a card of deep contemplation as well. Okay, because the Nine of Pentacles is on the bottom here. Thinking about how you spend your time, how you spend your money, thinking about reevaluating those things we will be doing. Three of Pentacles. I feel it's coming to, there's a collaboration here. Experimenting. Seven of Swords, walking out of something toxic. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Long-term legacy, long-term financial stability and independence. Okay. Harmony. That's sort of positive. Let me get one more card. One more card as our outcome for the week. Judgment. Card of karma. Card of elevation. Finding your purpose. Being discerning in your choices. Okay. Having integrity. moving with integrity, and those who don't do that will be judged. Okay, guys? All right, so that's all I got. This is our energy for this week ahead. It looks good. It doesn't look too crazy. As I said, please take care of yourself. That's all I got. I have to go pick my niece up. I'm a little bit late, actually, so it's short for me, an hour and 37 minutes. Okay, guys, but I hope this resonated with you. I hope you got something out of these channel messages. I will see you guys again on Thursday. I'll do a Let's Chat on Thursday. Please watch those videos. I know you guys prefer me doing these long political videos, so you watch that more. I get it. I'm fine with that. And a lot of you have been watching Let's Chat, and I appreciate that. But there are jewels in there that you might miss. Okay, so if I reference something in the story continues from a Let's Chat video, you're going to have to go watch it anyway. All right, guys. So those channel messages from Joe Biden it was interesting, wasn't it? I do feel a shift. Something has changed. Something is happening this week. We will see. Will we see it? I don't know. Will we see it like in our face? Could be a behind the scenes thing, but we'll see. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.